Adam, firstly, congratulations. You've released Live Around the World. It's on everything, but it's also on CD and DVD. Do you own a CD player or a DVD player?
I don't own a DVD player, no. I think there might be a CD player in my car, but I never use it. But it's also available on streaming for those of us that have new technology. And I think it's available, the visual will be downloadable. So, you know, we're serving everybody. We even made a cassette.
So everybody can get it, no matter how new or completely out of touch they are.
Absolutely.
Your first full show with Queen was back in 2012. It was in Kiev, and it was just to a small little crowd of about 250,000 people. What memories do what memories do you have of that show?
I was nervous as hell. I had worked for 9 days in rehearsal with them to learn 2 hours of music. You know, I knew most of the big iconic songs, but some of the deeper cuts, I was like, what are the words? So it was a lot of homework to do, and it was for a very large crowd. So it was sort of a trial by fire.
I guess the good thing with a lot of Queen music is even if you forget the words, you've got 250,000 people there who probably know them.
That's a good point. Yes. No matter what language of what country you're in, the Queen songs are universal.
This is something like, I think, 218 live shows together, and you guys have selected your favourite songs to go into this. Mm-hmm. How did you pick what goes in?
You know, it was like, okay, we knew we had to put the hits in, and then some of us had like memories of certain shows. And, you know, it's funny, we've been doing audio and visual recordings of these concerts for almost 7 years. So we had a lot of material to go through, but we had some shortcuts. We knew, like, oh yeah, the Isle of Wight, Who Wants to Live Forever was a real special moment. Let's definitely use that one. So there were some memories for sure that helped.
Over the last couple of days when I found out we were going to chat again, I've been doing an Adam Lambert deep dive. How does that make you feel?
I'm proud and happy to have obliged your diving.
I came across a performance that has made me cry every time I watched it.
Aww.
You performed in front of Cher, her song Believe.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where, I don't know what the technical term is, I think you went balls to the wall?
At the very end there, I let it rip. Yes, I did.
Yeah, ripping it. There you go, perfect. You were ripping it. And it cut to Cher, and she mouthed the word. She just went, wow.
Yeah.
Could you see her when you were performing?
I could make her, yeah, she was all the way in the back, and I definitely saw her, and I was kind of singing to her the whole time. And it was such an honor to sing for her. You know, she's an icon. And I remember when that song came out, and to get the opportunity to reinvent it was really cool.
Are those gigs when you've got a lot of other contemporaries and possibly people that you've idolised in the crowd, are they enjoyable or are they the most nerve-wracking?
I think they feel like the most, like the biggest honors, you know. I think it's similar to performing with Brian and Roger. It's like, you know, knowing how they've contributed to pop culture and to music, and the songs that they've put out are part of our like the fabric of what we know, you know. And I think getting to share the stage or perform on stage for people like that is it's something that'll like live on in my memory. You know, these are like the big kind of powerful things that I'll be able to brag to my niece and nephew about when they're older, you know?
Well, that gig couldn't have been, from my eyes, more perfect. Have you ever had a moment, though, in front of people that you idolise where it hasn't gone well?
I'm sure I've made little mistakes before. I mean, I'm definitely not perfect. But I think, you know, those things are kind of minor. It's not so much about being perfect. It's more about capturing the moment. You know what I mean? And I think the moment is the most important thing. You know, I performed with Brian and Roger on the Oscars this year, or last year. And I don't know if I would ever say that was like my most perfect vocal ever, but it was just, the moment was so amazing. And it was so great to be on stage with them in front of all these amazing actors and actresses who I admire so much, and to be celebrating the film with them. I mean, that's one for the memory books, you know?
You're dabbling in a lot of acting. I feel like you've done kind of everything in the entertainment sphere at the moment. Is there something that still is your ultimate joy? Like, what's the thing that really sets Adam Lambert's soul on fire?
I love music. I mean, that's my first love, 100%. You know, I love getting in the studio and recording something new and getting it right. I love getting on stage for my fans, and they're so passionate. So I love doing that. I love getting on stage with Queen. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in branching out a bit. I've been doing a little more acting stuff. I started in the theater, so it's kind of like a full circle thing, is coming back around to playing characters. And I hope I get to just keep doing everything.
You're one of the only people that I've ever interviewed that has their own term in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, do I?
Do you not know this?
Oh, the flobbing thing.
Yeah.
I actually put it in there recently. I was sitting there going, I want to enter my word into the Urban Dictionary. And I got to the Urban Dictionary and I realized someone's already done it. Someone beat me to it.
For those who don't know, can you tell us what flobbing is?
Yes, I just didn't. I think that actually the word might be used for some other things. I learned that on Urban Dictionary, but I was at a bar with friends, and you have a drink with a straw in it, and you're like in conversation, you're talking to somebody, and you go to take a drink from your drink, but you don't look where the straw is. You just kind of like reach for it. You think it's going to be somewhere, but it's like on the other side of the cup. So I was like, whenever you catch somebody in that moment, it's really awkward because they're like. And so I thought, well, what is that? We have to come up with a name for that action. Like, what is that called? And I was like, it's like flobbing. It's like flobbing. So I put it in the Urban Dictionary.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I just made you panic when I said you've got a term in the Urban Dictionary, and you're like,
I was like, which one?
like, oh God, what's doing a Lambert? Oh gosh.
I didn't know what you meant.
Adam, it's always such a pleasure catching up with you. Congratulations again, and hopefully we'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Be safe.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Bye.